The end of 2024 saw a saturated ammo market with prices starting to drop, and that trend has continued into 2025, which we're here now in January. But I think that's going to continue to be the case going forward, mainly due to the political climate of the United States. So it's probably no shock to anybody watching, but the Republicans will be taking back control of the White House, the House of Representatives, and the Senate coming up at the end of January. And that usually means less, panic buying, more favorable ammo prices and gun prices. But, all that to be said, the last time we had a Republican administration, we saw the ban of bump stocks. So that's not to say that, one administration will never ban anything. So, we have the outliers. But during the last Republican administration, ammo was at the lowest that I've seen it or remember it like in my whole entire lifetime. The main reason I think that ammo will drop will be to, stability around the world. If the incoming president-elect does some of the things that he says he will do and stop certain wars and conflicts around the world, that will really lower the, panic factor of people buying ammunition and whatnot. My good friend works at a major gun company that also makes ammunition, and he said when the whole Israel-Hamas war back in 2023 started, that they sold out of every bullet that they had in inventory that single day, like millions of rounds of ammunition. They sold every one of them that day. So people, even if nothing's happening in our country, like it's around the world, people still go buy ammo just, because they think they need to, and there's nothing wrong with that. I probably bought some myself. But if all of that global, unrest starts to, die down a little bit, all that panic buying will likely stop. And next would be the factor of inflation. So it's probably no surprise to any of us that inflation has been very high. You can probably feel it in your wallets. I know I can. But if those inflation numbers start coming down, the prices of most everything will also start coming down. Fuel, raw materials, brass, copper, lead, gunpowder, all those kind of things. When they slowly start to come down, so do the ammo prices. And it's not going to be an instant overnight type drop, but it's one of those things that, 2025 we may see this, 2026 we may see that. And then in 2027 we'll look at the prices of, say, 1,000 rounds of 5.56 and say, wow, it seems just like a couple days ago it was twice that high. That's what happened the last Trump administration. 2019 is when the price of ammo was just at rock bottom. There were rebates from every manufacturer. My local Rural King big box franchise store, they had pallets and pallets of 9mm stacked in the aisles of the sporting goods section, and I've never seen that before. And the prices were as low as I'd ever seen it, with a rebate on top of that. So that's why I think, it may not happen 2025, 2026, but 2027, 2028, I think it could really, really be good for the price of ammo. But there's the people that say, this is the new standard. This price right here can never go below that. Well, I hate to tell you, but that's just not true. People say this is the new normal with the price of, 5.56 at so-and-so per round. That's not the case at all. My dad's a big reloader, and he makes a lot of 5.56 and 9mm and just the common, calibers. And he's making them at a fraction of the cost new per round. Like if you go to, Winchester, like I have right here, they're at this much per round, and he's like way down here making it at this much per round, buying powder, projectiles, primers, and then recycling the brass case. So the people that say, raw materials have gone up, it'll never come back down, I don't agree with that. I think it can come down. Now, it may not come down to 2019 level lows, but it can hover, right there above them, because when these major manufacturers start making this ammo and it's sitting in their warehouse, they're going to start lowering that price to get it moving, get that cash flow rolling again. And they're not in the business of holding inventory. They're in the business of selling it at whatever margin they have to make a slight profit. So I think this talk of, oh, this is the new normal, it can never go below this price, I think that's incorrect. And I'd almost be willing to bet that it can go pretty low. So all these factors, global unrest dying down, inflation, raw material pricing, these are all variables, but trends tend to align that some of this stuff is going to settle, and that would in turn start lowering the price of ammo. Simple supply and demand shows that whenever there's panic and a bunch of people are buying a good or product or something at one time, you raise the price so that one person cannot buy the whole inventory and nobody else has it. So once that panic, that fear, that just I got to go get as much as I can so that I'll have some, once that idea dies off, it'll start slowly coming down. Now again, I want to emphasize, I don't think in July of 2025 we're going to go out and have crazy cheap 5.56 or 9mm. I think it's going to take some time, but like I said at the beginning, I've already started to see some of these prices coming down, and I've started to see a few rebates on the some of the websites, and that's a good indication that the market is slowing down, is when you see a rebate. So keep your eyes peeled. Go to your favorite ammo websites. I can't list them. YouTube will probably send the feds to my house, so I'm not going to do that. But sign up for those email lists of those major ammo retailers, and just keep an eye on their deals, and just notate this summer what the price is, and then the beginning of next year notate what the price is, and start seeing if those prices are coming down. My last tip of advice would be to just hold any major purchases. Like if you have a good amount of 5.56, maybe just hold off for a few months before buying any more, because the less purchases that are going on at these websites makes their supply grow, and they're going to be motivated to get rid of that excess surplus and start lowering the price or offering discounts and stuff like that. So unless you just need some, maybe hold off for a few months, because I think that price is going to start coming down. So at the end of the day, these are my opinions. I've seen ammo markets go up and down, and I've seen the indications of going up and what makes it look like it's going down. And these are just the things that I've recognized and I think are going to happen. If it doubles in price next year, I'm sorry, you should have bought now, and you can let me know in the comments how much of an idiot I am. But I think it's going to go down, and I think we'll all be able to shoot a little bit more with every dollar. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button and drop us a subscribe if you're still watching. We'll see you next time.